This is Dave Reed with Sailing World Magazine, here with Jonathan McKee at Quantum Key Race Week 2013. Jonathan, you're entered the big boats, sailing the Far 40 class, and that's kind of a big switch for you from light displacement, fast boats.
Yeah, it is. I'm sailing Far 40 class for the first time here, which is really cool. It's always a boat that I've admired very much, as sort of the ultimate tactical keel boat, with a really great and deep fleet and, crews which are very highly honed and, very highly refined programs. And I'm coming from primarily Meldis 32s and Meldis 20s, which are, a little different style. A little bit lighter boats, and obviously with the asymmetrical, you're going different angles downwind, especially in the breeze. So for me, it's a big challenge getting used to that different style of racing, where it's a little more of a control game, and you're not going to just blow by someone on speed. Everyone's pretty even. It's very much of a positioning game, and downwind as well, where it's a lot about not letting the other guys get around you, rather than taking the opportunities to, find some more breeze and get pointing and rip by them, But I've been very impressed with the quality of the class, and the guys really know how to get the sails up and down and how to trim the boat and sail the boat at very high levels. So it's been fun for me to watch, and I'm sure I'll have my hands full figuring out this thing this coming week.
Now, as a kind of a walk-in tactician to this boat and this program, how does a guy sort of like you transition in? How much do you take in terms of controlling the boat, the rig tune, and the whole program management, or are you just more of a race course tactician?
Yeah, I pretty much leave the speed tuning to the guys that know what they're doing, and I have absolutely no clue about any of that stuff. So I have some small contributions to, some of the moding and boat handling things, but basically these guys know how to sail a boat, and I'm more just trying to hopefully keep us out of trouble and find some good lanes where we can go fast and, make some gains.
And a Far 40, what's a lane? What's a good one?
Space to leeward is always good. Although these boats, they point high, and I think if it's smooth water, you can live in a fairly thin lane to windward, at least for a while. What gets a little bumpy, then you really do need, a good, ideally you'd have 3 or 4 boat lengths to leeward of you that you can play with, keep the boat up to speed, and have clear water that you can really put the bow down when you need to. It makes a huge difference. If you don't have that ability, then eventually you're probably going to have to tack away, which tactically, all of a sudden instead of choosing what to do, you're being pushed around the race course.
In this fleet, you get about 2 tacks max?
Yeah, you're trying to limit the tacks, that's for sure. So that's the other challenge. You can't just tack your way up the middle, because you'll probably be on last.
Hope we don't see that. So quickly on the practice that you've had 2-3 days here,
yeah,
and sailing with the fleet and with yourself, what have you kind of picked up as the most important thing for you jumping in this class and getting in the mix of it?
Yeah, I would say just what you said. Try to keep the maneuvers limited, find the space that it's available, and hope that the part of the race course that you're in is a good one. You're not going to be tacking on every little small shift, because the tack loss is relatively large. So you really have to just find your lanes and try to plan out a 2 to 3 tack B would be ideal.
Okay, everybody has a pre-event target. What's the target for the team?
To be honest, I really don't think in those terms, and I'm not just saying that. I tend to find that numerical goals are counterproductive, and in this case, I don't really have any expectation of anything anyways. It's a good boat, and these guys have done well in the past. It's a small fleet, and every other boat is good. So, we could be first, we could be last. And I'm trying to just focus on the process. Each day, sail the boat a little better. Each day, improve my own game. And, end of the regatta, we'll see where we're at.
Excellent. Okay, Lod, we got one more because your brother Charlie's got himself involved with the U.S. sailing team. Does that mean he's be tapping you from time to time?
Well, I don't know about that. But Charlie certainly, has taken on a lot of responsibility with the Olympic team. And, from my perspective, I mean, in many ways, his whole career has led up to this moment, and he's the great guy for this job, and I know he's really psyched about it, and I think it's such an important part of our sport, because these are the athletes, you know, the young kids that really take it to the highest level, and I think we all want to see that that be, you know, something that we're all proud of, and that we all represents the very best of American sailing. And you know, with no disrespect to the past, you know, there's always ways to make that better, and it's a harder and harder world all the time. But I'm confident that the U.S. is on the right track.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
You bet.
Good luck.
All right.
And sail fast.
All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you later, Dave.
Thank you very much.